The High School Sports Beat is brought to you by Alfred State College, where within 6 months of graduating, an astonishing 99% are working or furthering their studies. At Alfred State, they stress project-based learning, where students work on real-world problems and learn how to think, not what to think. Visit alfredstate.edu.
Sports. It's who we are. It's what we do. It's how we roll. It's wins and losses, highs and lows. It's effort, respect, and dedication. The High School Sports Beat. Sports. It's who we are.
Hello everyone and welcome to the High School Sports Beat brought to you by Alfred State College. I'm Dave Yates. We begin our look at Section 5 sports this week with our opening story, brought to you by Sticky Lips Barbecue and Juke Joint. Sticky Lips Barbecue Juke Joint, New York State's largest barbecue restaurant right here in Rochester. See our menu and live music calendar at StickyLipsBBQ.com. Sticky Lips BBQ, Jefferson Road in Henrietta. We'll start this week with a look back at a pair of sisters on the Spencerport Softball team. Sydney and Maddie Brongo were both in junior high playing and excelling on varsity when we met them in 2015. Here's Bill Pucko with One Big Happy Family.
It's not your everyday drill, but there is plenty distinguishing about the Spencerport softball team these days. This is called Hit Barbara. Barbara's a mannequin and a souvenir from head coach Eric Binn's days as a hairdresser. These days, things are looking up for the Rangers, who just a year ago upset Fairport in the sectionals. They're not a title contender yet, but they probably will be, thanks to a couple of middle school kids.
The way you speak with them is a little bit different just because they're, the one's 12 years old and the other one's just turned 14. So you have to remember that you can't be too harsh because they may take it a little bit more seriously than, a senior where I can joke with them a little bit harder and they will just laugh at me. You say it to a 7th grader, they won't.
They are Sydney and Maddie Brongo. Sydney is the senior of the two sisters, the 8th grader.
That's cool. Honestly, when you think about it, it's like, wow, my sister's here with me. So you always have someone to back you up.
And plus, you guys are going to be able to do this for 4 years, right?
Yeah, we'll be here for a while. And her playing left field and me third, it's like a double backup, sister and left field and thirds.
To have an 8th grader, Sydney, starting at third base, she's definitely, the sky's the limit with her. She defensively, skill set is for an 8th grader, it's the best I've seen as an 8th grader. And her sister Maddie at 7th grade, athletically, the speed, the way, and she's never played outfield before until she came up to varsity, and the way she tracks the ball, and she's made some phenomenal catches. It's, honestly, the sky is the limit. They can only get better.
Her kid sister Maddie is a potential star. There are not many 7th graders out there playing varsity softball. What's this been like for you?
It's nervous. Like, you don't want to make a mistake because there's a bunch of seniors, but it's fun at the same time.
Well, you're over 10 games into this season. Some of that must have worn off by now.
Yeah, it does. Well, you get the pregame jitters out, and then it just kind of rolls.
Lily Brongo serves as the bat girl. A 5th grader, she'll play with her 2 older sisters in a couple of years. For the Brongos, softball is a round-the-clock job.
You go home at night, and it's like, if you play a bad game, she's always there, and she's always like, all right, you'll get over it. There's always next game. Or playing with her, she's always like, shake it off, you'll be fine.
Is it ever too much softball, that you two are talking too much softball?
I don't think there's any too much softball. I think it's always softball. She helps me when I get in my head a lot. But then, yeah, she's really positive and very helping and caring and is a good big sister.
The future is bright. The present's not too bad either, thanks to another set of sisters, sophomore pitcher Emily and shortstop Bailey Yeager, who benefit from the same dynamic.
Well, it was really nice to see my sister grow as a softball player, so I guess that's probably the best part, and we both take things from each other, and then I guess it's nice that we get to spend time on the field together, but also take that home and be able to talk about it and have that relationship on and off the field.
Emily is a really quiet girl, so Bailey knows how to read her probably better than anybody. I can't read her. I have no idea what she's thinking. No idea. But Bailey can, and she knows what's going on with her.
That's going to be tough to coach a kid you can't read.
Oh, she's impossible. She gives up a home run, she has the same face as if she just strikes out the side. No idea. But that makes her such a strong pitcher, is she shakes everything off at next pitch. She always goes next pitch. She doesn't get down on herself. That's what makes her so competitive and so strong at the pitching.
Sister versus sister here.
Game on!
Yeah! Did they mess or something?
Son! They hit it.
Sydney Brongo is now a senior and captain for the Rangers. Maddie plays shortstop, and younger sister Lily is now on the team as a 9th grader. Well, coming up next, Paul Gotham returns for the Duncan High School Notebook. Well, that and more when the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College, returns.
Treat yourself to Dunkin's new Blueberry Crisp, Coca Mocha, and Caramel Craze signature lattes. America runs on Dunkin'.
Hello once again, and welcome back to the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College. I'm Dave Yates, and it's time now for the High School Notebook, brought to you by Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin', and as always, we are joined by Paul Gotham from PickandSplinters.com. And Paul, high school baseball is in high gear. I assume that's one of the good reasons to go to the website right now.
And it's crazy to think we are going to be in the month of May this week, and so yes, we'll be getting going, and all the playoff runs, the sectional runs, getting ready for those highlights, and we'll have all the recaps, standings, and everything that everyone needs to keep in touch with Section 5 baseball, yes.
Well, Paul, talking baseball, and there are some teams off to some really fast starts right now in Section 5.
Yeah, we have 9 teams who are through April 20th. They're undefeated on the season, certainly leading the way there. McQuaid 10-0, top 5 team in the state. Canandaigua is 7-0. They're also in the top 5. Livonia is in the top 10 of the state. So, yeah, you got a lot of teams that are getting off and getting running there, and This week coming up, we have some great matchups. Two of the teams who are kind of going to fly under the radar, but are Brighton and HFL. Of course, we covered HFL a couple weeks ago. That week ends up. Last year we covered the baseball festival out at Rush Henrietta. So Rush Henrietta will host McQuaid again. Those two teams, as we know, a couple years ago, played for the sectional finals. They're bitter rivals. That'll be a great way to end that week and how we get into May.
Let's get out of Monroe County for a second and talk about a team that probably not a lot of people are paying attention to, but let's talk about Waterloo.
Yeah, sure. I think we had 11 teams that went out of town for spring break, so there weren't a lot of games in the area, so it gave me a chance to go and see over to the East High tournament and see McQuaid, Waterloo, Dan McQuain's team there, and they took the East High tournament. It was pretty good because East is a little down this year. They have a very, Kyle Crandall will joke. Sometimes he feels like he's coaching the JV squad because he has so many freshmen and sophomores on his team, and so Waterloo, a name by Brian Oddie will be a name that everybody could remember out of that Waterloo squad. But it was good to see them put together a couple wins there in early April and give them that championship run.
And another team that's off to a fast start is Greece Athena.
4-0. Jason Bunting has a young squad. They have 6 seniors, just 6 seniors on that team. And talking with Jason a couple times, he was, trying to find that top of the rotation guy. Ryan Deneen, a junior right-hander, seems to be getting his spot there. He's had a couple pretty good outings and a win over Brockport and then a win over Schrader. Everybody knows Casey Sauke, as they should, the University of Virginia commit, but you have a couple kids on that team along with Ryan Deneen. Tyler Curtis is another name to remember with Greece Athena. They're going to be a squad that's going to be, they'll be tough. They'll be tough in the sectionals.
Staying in Greece, kind of a special day for all 4 of the schools there.
Yeah, a great event where they bring together all the schools and all the kids who have signed Division I and Division II scholarships, and it's kind of neat. You've got Tyler Lewandowski at Arcadia, CJ Tkach at Greece Athena. They've been rivals during the high school season. They play together with RFC, but the rivalry will continue at the collegiate level. Tyler is going to Canisius, CJ is going to St. Bonaventure, and those Big 4 matchups will continue. It'll be great to watch that from a distance, to watch those two continue to play against each other at the collegiate level.
All right, thanks, Paul. Great stuff as always. We're back with more of the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College right after this. Coming up next, the Making the Grade nominee with Kyle O'Gara. And later, she may be the fastest girl in Section 5, even if track isn't her main sport. Well, that story when the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College, continues.
Welcome back, and thank you for watching the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College. Hit the ground running at alfredstate.edu. I'm Kyle O'Gara. Making the grade this week is Penfield senior Michael Mitchell. Michael plays both volleyball and lacrosse for the Patriots and has been on both teams since the 10th grade. Lacrosse comes naturally to Michael, as he was named team captain and an all-county pick. The field isn't the only place Michael excels in, as he has a 97% average in the classroom. Michael was recognized for his hard work by being named a New York State Scholar Athlete during his sophomore and junior year. When he's not in class, Michael spends his time with either the business club, math club, or the chess club. Michael plans to continue his education and major in actuarial science in college. This week, Michael Mitchell is making the grade. If you have a student in mind for our Making the Grade segment, we want your nominations. Send them into info@classywolf.com. And now here's Dave with the McCardles Section 5 Spotlight.
Thanks, Kyle. Here are some of the athletes, teams, and coaches making news in this week's Section 5 Spotlight, brought to you by McCardles in Fairport. Come home to McCardles. Pittsford Mendon grad Max Troiani had a huge day for Bentley, tying the school record with 3 home runs and a 4-3 win over Southern New Hampshire. Max is the first Falcon to go deep 3 times since the Northeast 10 Conference went to Wood Bats in 2002. Churchill Chili alum Anna Costarellis had 2 first-place finishes at the Braun Clay Invitational for Xavier, finishing first in the 5,000 meter and setting a school record in the steeplechase. And finally, an update on Rush Cheddar's Lene Tava Thomas running for USC. Lene was part of the 4x100 women's relay at the Mount SAC Relays at El Camino College. The Trojans team won the relay with a time that places them second in the world this year. Well, up next, Edison Tech's 3-sports star is ahead of the competition on the track. Well, that story when the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College, continues.
In now to Eichel. He floated one.
Hello once again, and welcome back to the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College. I'm Dave Yates. This segment is brought to you by the Injury Free Coalition and our friends at Leo's Bakery and Deli. Please remember to always wear your seatbelt in the front and back seats, and to focus only on driving when behind the wheel of a car. This message courtesy of the Injury Free Coalition for Kids Smart Teen Driving Program and our friends at Leo's Bakery and Deli. We met DJ Thiam when we profiled her Edison Tech basketball teammate, Deisha Fair. Well, DJ and Deisha are together again for the spring and on the track this time. And DJ might be the fastest girl in Section 5, but it's her 3rd sport, soccer, that is taking her to Niagara University in the fall. Here's Paul Gotham.
On your mark!
As a junior, DJ Thiam recorded the fastest time in a 100-meter dash at the RCAC Championships. Running at 12.64, the now senior projects as one of the fastest girls in Section 5. She was a starter on the Edison Tech basketball team this past winter, and next fall she will attend Niagara University on an athletic scholarship to play soccer.
She's a phenomenal athlete, like all around. It's not even just one or two sports. She plays 3, almost 4. I mean, she can do whatever she actually wants to do. So it's great, like it's outstanding.
Yeah, I mean, she's an amazing athlete. I remember watching her freshman year. I was actually coaching at another school at that time. And when I came over to Edison was her sophomore year. And I was real happy to be able to coach an athlete like that. She can do, any event. She can do any sport. Her length, her speed, her turnover. I mean, she has it all. She has all the tools, to be a great track and field athlete. But she's also a great soccer player and basketball player. She has it all.
This spring, DJ runs the 4x100, along with the 100 and 200 meter for the Edison Tech Inventors. Last year, she was at the top of the RCAC. This year, DJ may compete at the state level. Don't forget, she's going to college on a soccer scholarship.
First of 2 sections of the boys varsity. 4x1.
I was excited. I was really excited because I know like a few other kids that got scholarships to go there too for soccer. Like I know this one kid that goes there and he really likes it. And I just thought it was such a perfect place for me to go. And the coaches are really welcoming and I just like the environment. Yeah.
It doesn't look it now, but running didn't always come easy for DJ.
How has practice with track, how has that helped you to develop your ability to run?
So when I first started running track, I was told that I was running the wrong way.
Wow.
Like I was running like this. You're not supposed to run like that. That loses momentum. So running like this, I learned that opening up your stride, like little things like that help you later on, help you become a faster person, stuff like that.
You talk about that going back and forth, going crosswise.
Yeah, that's a basketball player run, I guess.
Right?
Yeah, and I played basketball too, so I understood why I ran like that, but now I run like this. My first year was my first year was a struggle, but I got used to it.
It looks so simple now, opening up your stride, because your stride is very open.
Long, it's long. Like before I used to do like short steps, like trying to get as many steps as I can. But now it's about how far you can get your legs out there. And it's like any other athlete. You got to do things to get better. And if you don't do what you got to do to get better, you won't be better. So with her work ethic and everything that she does, it's outstanding.
A tricky adjustment at first, changing that?
Yeah. I just always wanted to go back this way, like especially when I really wanted to run the waist. I'm like, I just got to run how I usually run. I'm like, nah, I got to keep doing this. So it helped definitely.
And the thing with running, her form wasn't always there, but she does basketball, she does soccer, so she doesn't always get that training for proper technique when it comes to running. So she just had a little bit more time with running and running technique. She could be one of the top runners in New York State. She already is, but she can be like a New York State champion.
Last fall, she scored 13 goals and added 2 assists for a combined team from the Rochester City School District that played out of the School of the Arts. How has running track helped her on the soccer pitch?
Like, if there's a ball down there and I'm racing another girl to get it, it's just like I'm on a track field just running to go get the ball. Whoever gets there first gets it, So it just all goes together.
This past winter, she averaged a double-double for Edison, scoring more than 10 points per game and grabbing 10.6 rebounds. She was part of an Edison squad which advanced to the semifinals before falling to eventual champion Bishop Kearney.
In both of our sports, I push her, and in this sport, she pushed me. Because, again, this is her sport, that's my sport. So we both compete no matter what we do. And it's like having someone that you can always compete with and still have a bond or a friendship with is something special.
DJ and longtime teammate Diasia Fair won't be far away from each other at college. Fair will be playing basketball at the University of Buffalo.
I've just been waiting for this college experience for a long time, waiting to get seen by colleges. And it's just close to home, and it's perfect for me too.
I mean, it's great. Obviously everybody looks up to her. They see how fast she is. She's just a natural athlete. And, kids go to her for guidance. When she's on the track, everybody's up waiting to watch her run. So it's just exciting because she brings that excitement to the team. I'm not sure what she's going to do in college, if she's going to do track and basketball and soccer, or two of those sports. But wherever she goes, she's going to be successful. On the field, in the classroom.
We got a plan though. We got a plan.
You got a plan?
Yeah.
You want to give us any clues of that?
Nah, y'all gonna find out. We're gonna be everywhere. Nothing bad though. Nothing bad.
Right.
We're gonna be everywhere.
From Elmer L. Gordon Stadium on the campus of the Rush Henrietta Central School District, this is Paul Gotham with the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College.
Well, we'd like to thank our sponsors, especially Alfred State College, for making the Sports Beat possible. We'd also like to thank the athletes, teams, and coaches in Section 5. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next week.